What's good, everybody, man? Welcome back to another episode of the Daily Rundown, hosted by your boy, Simp Guy. Now, today on the Daily Rundown, we're going to be talking about a discussion that happened last night over at Anton Daniels' show. And because this is his channel, his video, I just want to say, first of all, a shout out to Anton Daniels, shout out to Micca, shout out to Slimmy, Kimmy, Carrie, and Q. They are the panelists, and I also want to start the channel by saying disclaimer. Everything here that will be said on the channel is alleged. None of the opinions that's said on Anton Daniels' show reflect my thoughts or this channel. And ultimately, fair use under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. We're going to be doing commentary today and just simply giving a commentary on what we think the conversation is really about. So let's go directly to the video and start it immediately. And rest in peace to Charlie Kirk. The conversation is, do you ever regret listening or supporting somebody ever? So let's go ahead and go into that now.
Or let me revise the question. Let me add a twist to it. Who is somebody that you listened to before and you really was like, oh shit, I'm really rocking with them? And then later on, you like, as you grew up or as you evolved, you like, I don't really fuck with them no more.
I don't know if it would be too much on the political, but I used to love.
Maybe anything.
I used to love T.I. I can't stand T.I. It's like I see T.I. just like, and I used to love everything T.I. Like I would support. Once he opened his mouth. So then, what were you?
For me, I used to rock with Donald Trump. I used to fuck with Trump real heavy, but after seeing how much of a failed president he has been, I'm kind of just disappointed in him overall. Good evening, Black Dahlia. Let's get it.
Supporting before he opened his mouth. What I didn't know. Ignorance is definitely bliss.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, Micca. T.I. can't really do any wrong in my life because that nigga got a catalog that's out of this fucking world.
I don't get me wrong. I can separate the two, right? Like I still like R. Kelly music. I don't care. I wish it's still in my, playlist. I don't care what anybody says. That is the best song ever. But I can't, like, outside of hearing it, maybe, in a club or whatever like that, to just see T.I. talk, I'm instantly turning. Like I don't want to hear it.
But it's like the minute that you
AMA, I don't want. I'm sorry. You just want. Yeah. Sorry.
I mean, she got a right to feel that way. She got a right to her opinion and to not want to listen to T.I. podcasts. I don't really listen to T.I. podcasts either. It's not really something that, is really interesting to me. I like when T.I. talks business though, because from my understanding, he owns a whole bunch of different real estate in the city of Atlanta or just in the state of Georgia, period. So I would love to listen to him when it comes to making money and having a family. He's been married for a long time. But those things I would even listen to Anton on, right? So it's not, sometimes I do regret, supporting people like a R. Kelly, et cetera, because who don't love R. Kelly music? But at the end of the day, when you outgrow something and you outgrow somebody, you got to just leave that shit in the past. I don't find myself nowadays listening to R. Kelly or trying to, fuck my wife and have her look sexy and dance to R. Kelly music. It's not the same. Same thing with Diddy. It's just not the same, bro. And bro, I really fuck with Diddy. But after everything that happened recently, I'll be a fool to continue to support him. But nevertheless, Black Dahlia says, I didn't know T.I. has a podcast. Yeah, I think it's called Expeditiously. Let's keep going because there's going to be an argument at some point between Micca and Anton, and it's going to get good.
The minute that you put on one of them songs, though, that shit is, I'll be like,
the songs are fire. I can't deny it. And that's
just forget everything he do politically and all of his talks. I just be like, this nigga just good.
Right.
It's some people for me that's so talented that they exceed anything that they can do.
That's R. Kelly. That's R. Kelly for me. Like I love
R. Kelly is one of them. You got to be a talented motherfucker to be able to overcome that type of accusation.
I agree.
Well, let me ask this about T.I. Like,
Anton, R. Kelly really didn't overcome that accusation. Like, he is still being deemed a predator. He was charged and sentenced, and from my understanding, he won't be out of prison for a long time. Can somebody put in the chat when R. Kelly will be released from prison? Isn't it like 2036 or something like that? Then we have to add in that some of these girls were underage. So yeah, I can't really I can't rock with R. Kelly anymore. I can't support R. Kelly anymore. Not at all.
Did you expect him to say? He made killing nigga music, like real talk. And talk about the trap. So.
Yeah, but see, I know entertainers, so I don't really take it at face value, right? So yeah, they might come from that area, a lot of that, but a lot of times I know they're not like that. So I just look at it as art. But T.I., like once he started to like really talk, and then when he started to have those debates, like with Candace and
Candace who?
Candace Owens and what's his name? Mike. Killer Mike.
Killer Mike.
Yeah. Now.
Oh my bad. I thought I was showing a video. I apologize. But yes, Slimmy, yes. T.I. had a debate with Candace Owens and Killer Mike, and it was like 4 or 5 years ago. Maybe, I think it might have been during Trump first running office, actually. And to be honest, Candace Owens was knocking it out the park. That interview, Candace Owens was slaying. If you don't like Candace Owens, that's on you. I don't care. That interview specifically, she was going the fuck off, and shout out to Candace Owens, who I also think is very beautiful, by the way. But let's keep going with the reaction.
Killer Mike is not conservative, but I can respect Killer Mike. I don't respect T.I.
What's the difference? Yeah, but
damn.
If you go back and you listen to Serious, if you listen to Serious, or you listen to Urban Legend, or you listen to trap music, that shit.
Oh no, all of it is.
Why is Anton going back to that music?
I'm just telling you, bro. Early 2000s T.I. was untouchable. Like it was only what up, Molly? It was only one other person that you could have a conversation about.
Hey, Molly.
It may be one other person that you can have a conversation about at that time. Obviously, you had Wayne. Obviously, you had Jeezy. But I'm serious, trap music, that era, man. Listen, bro. I'm just telling you.
Man, Anton, I don't know what the fuck he talking about. If you don't mention Gucci Mane, and how he got it out the mud, mixtape after mixtape after mixtape after mixtape, hit after hit. If you don't mention Bricks, then we not really talking like Southern music, bro. Right? Outkast was already great. But at the end of the day, if we talking about trap music, you can't talk about trap music without mentioning Gucci Mane, period. You know what? Let's keep going.
Man.
That 24.
Anything that T.I. do today, whether his son is stupid or, his girl look like a egg or
you see what I'm saying? And I don't like when Anton do that shit. Like, me and Anton have gotten so many arguments over the years about making statements towards his wife looks. But yet, like, time after time after time after time, bro kind of do it to other people. And I'm not sure if he cool with that shit. Like, but it seemed like it is, because it seemed like bro be coming on here and he cool with going off on somebody else's wife. He just called T.I. wife a pig, bro. Bro, that shit low key is real disrespectful, bro. You feel me? Like that was so disrespectful. I'm not gonna take no shots at Anton wife. You feel me? To me, people gotta have decorum. Like, I've grown up. Back in the day, I would have compared the two and put the videos, but it's so disrespectful to talk about how somebody's wife look, especially if you don't want them talking about how your wife look. But in all fairness, I will say this: Rita do look a million times better than T.I. wife. That I gotta stand on business, right? Like I'm married now. Bro, I live in a $300,000 home now. You feel me? I drive a $60,000 truck. My wife drive another Well, we're actually about to upgrade her Mazda and maybe get another Mazda. That CX-90 looking real nice. But the whole point is, man, when we get older, even in the Bible, it says, as you become a man, you have to stop thinking like a child. You have to start being a man. So I don't appreciate somebody making fun of T.I.'s wife. That's not cool, Anton.
Political opinion. T.I. got a catalog. You just, when it come on, it's just like, okay.
What you
Oh no,
know about that?
the trap music can be played from top to bottom. Okay, I put that in the same bag as Thug Motivation 101, right? I really do like it. It's just I cannot listen to that man talk about anything. I don't care if he's even talking about liberal stuff. Like if I was a Democrat, I wouldn't listen to that either.
I don't know how that nigga picked his beats. That nigga know how to pick a beat and rap that shit though.
That's it. Hey Molly.
Molly, the question is,
Hey.
which everybody, nobody, Molly, Micca's the only one to answer. Who was somebody that you may have grew up listening to, or you used to rock with, or you believed in, or whatever, and you be thinking to yourself, what was I thinking? Or you just be like, they felt, they knew what I thought they was.
For me,
It could be anybody, yeah.
I think really for me, all the celebrities a little bit when you kind of see what they have going on behind the scenes, and it's all a facade. They are broke. They are renting everything. All of them, honestly.
That kind of is true too. Yeah, I don't look at them the same way that I, as an adult, I don't look at them the same way.
Yeah, I'm disillusioned.
They all kind of lost their aura. You know what? But you know what else I think happened too is that with social media making everybody so easily accessible, it kind of removed the mysteriousness, the celebrity behind them, and it's like, oh, you just regular like everybody else.
That's why I said the ignorance was bliss. Like when I didn't know about certain celebrities, I loved them. The moment they started talking, I'm like, oh. Yeah.
I think for me, it's a lot of NBA players. Once I was able to try, start getting visibility and getting in the room with them and stuff like that, I was like, oh, you niggas is just tricks with money. All of the NBA players, athletes, the veil was just removed from my eyes, bro. Because I was just like, y'all niggas is just tricks with money. Literally, y'all don't have no game. You ain't got no aura. You ain't the man. None of that shit. Y'all just getting finessed. Every last one of y'all niggas is literally getting finessed.
But you say, no, I said a lot of them if you got it, a lot of them think that way.
No, the thing about it, Micca, is a lot of them want women that look like you, right? I can admit, Micca is drop dead gorgeous, bro. And I do mean that. Like she's literally a top tier baddie. Face ridiculous, body ridiculous, skin ridiculous, hair ridiculous. I mean, the girl's a solid 10 up and down. A lot of men are willing to pay just to be around women that look like her, bro. Right? Did y'all see my thumbnail? Like right here. Let me see if I can delete this Charlie Kirk one and add in my thumbnail. Where is it at? There we go. This is the compressed version. And of course, this is more of a AI version of her because I don't have permission to use her name. But that's pretty much what she looks like, right? Slim waist, beautiful long hair, beautiful lips, beautiful eyes. A lot of men are willing to spend their last dollar to just be around a woman that looks like this. And how? Oh, Darrel, you're lying. How am I lying? Bad Baby made $50 million the day she turned 18 years old, and she don't look nothing like Micca. The little Asian girl, little Tay, she made $3 million in a fucking hour. And don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. So the whole point is, I know for a fact that this nigga is tricking on women that look like Micca. Anton is right on this one. Anton is 1,000% right on this one. A lot of these rich niggas, I shouldn't use that word. A lot of these NBA dudes, they really be out here tricking, bro. The thing is, though, I can't hate on them. You gotta just get your bread up. You wanna, it's like Gucci Man said, you want a bad bitch, you gotta have bricks. That's just what it is. All right, man. Let's get back to the video. Shout out to everybody watching. Please hit the like button. Just subscribe to the video. Share the video. Thank you guys for watching. I'm no longer sending the links out. So if you catch the video, it's because, you actually hit the notification bell so you can be notified. So please, because I'm no longer sending the links out. We just going. I'm getting the one topic done. Once that topic done, the stream is over. All right. Shout out to Fearless in the chat. Look at Fearless. She's so pretty. Shout out to Guru. You got a good one, Guru. Let's get it.
Yeah, all of the athletes, they lost me. I just be looking at them like, yeah, that's nice, bro. So
Trick or treat. Y'all are funny.
Will Smith, yep, he another one. Somebody said you haven't been around one NBA player. What are you talking about? Nigga, I've interviewed them. Literally, they came and sat on my couch in my studio.
Oh, they were talking to you. Okay.
Like,
And Micca said, come on now. Saying I haven't been around an NBA player is insane. Of course, she done been around an NBA player. That's easy work for her. That's easy work. You feel me? But no, Anton, he also correct. He was he did interview, like, I think Rashad McCants, Lamar Odom, a few different other basketball players.
I think he was talking to me. Yeah, he said that. I don't know what's wrong with these things.
I have literally on my page me interviewing football players, basketball players, politicians, whatever. So I don't know, but they're humans like everybody else.
Yeah.
Well, I would say for me, it's probably more in the like Black history space. So Dr. Umar.
Mm-hmm.
What's the other guy that you with the glasses that you went back and forth with?
For me? Oh, you talking about Boyce Watkins.
Boyce, yep. Boyce Watkins. I used to listen to him way back. That's how I came across Dr. Claude Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dr. Claude Anderson, love him.
Which I love him still. But Boyce Watkins, yeah, that died out. And then Yada. Yeah.
Why Yada?
And I'll even say 19 Keys too. 19 Keys.
Why Yada? Why 19 Keys?
Yada because he switched up, in my opinion, from focused on educating people on health and being in control of your health, natural, all that stuff, to down. He started going down that other road. Like,
damn, why Yada awaken catching slugs? Damn. So I don't know. I can't disagree with anything that she's saying. I just kind of feel like she kind of saying it because she right in front of Anton, and him and Anton don't really get along. So I kind of feel like she on some, yeah, Yada awakenings, he ain't shit no more. I don't really fuck with him. When in actuality, she probably really do fuck with cuz. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I like Yada awakening. He married, Anton married, he Black, Anton Black. He got Black children, Anton got Black children. To me, it's as simple as both of these men are trying to do the right thing for the Black community. They just going about it in different ways. That's all. Let's keep going.
it seemed like he was just trying to figure out topics to, I don't know, to stay relevant, to expand, to make money. I don't know. It just became way more showy. You know, now I'm looking at you with your outfits, your shoes, your clothes, well, that's the same thing, your house. It just turned into something else. And then I told y'all when he said that stuff about Kevin Samuels, that was like the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
19 Keys, I told y'all because of the BWO stuff, but then also, see, 19 Keys, let me be honest though, there's still heavy parts that I do respect, because I admire people who can be bold. And y'all done had Carrie on the cast to become a Hebrew. He's not a Hebrew. No. Whatever. But 19 Keys, I wish he didn't show his character the way that he kind of did. Because I really, it's the BWO stuff still has me jacked up, because like I'm still
Gary lost money on that shit.
I don't remember, like,
lost some money on that.
I told you I don't know what that is. So
I mean, people lose money on a lot of, like, Anton. I know you lost money on Fight Club. Lost money on Fight Club. Sometimes it be like that, bro. Sometimes we have investments and they don't always pan out. That's just what it is. Let me respond to everybody in chat. Hey, Fearless. Shout out to Fearless over there watching, and anybody else that's watching and tapping in. Yeah, sometimes people have, moves that don't always pan out, man. It be like that sometimes. Let's make it happen. Let's get it, bro.
I haven't switched my mindset because I rock with him. He's a cool person, but I don't know what BWO stuff is, so I don't know. Maybe
Listen, let me tell you something.
That was Black World Order. I was about to be for real down with I was in it, y'all. I was in it, okay? I was for real. I was in it, like for real. I was in it. All black everything. Like, yes, I was for like half of COVID.
See, I got introduced to Keys when he was doing the 19 Keys series and talking about, different things like food and other things like that. So that's when I met him. So
see, and there's so many aspects about him though that I really do respect, because he does represent like manhood, masculinity,
yeah, that's
in a certain way. But
you talking about Gary 19 Keys?
19 Keys.
But I see. I don't know the other side.
I've never ever watched one thing after. I seen one thing where this nigga was talking about the stars and the moon and shit.
Yeah, I think he's for the ladies and then young men.
That nigga anti-hating. That nigga anti-hating. You feel me? That's wicked business, bro. How you hating on a man just because the women over there saying he masculine? Like he talking about the moon and the stars and shit. Man, that's some dirty macking type shit. If the ladies like that nigga, they like that nigga, bro. Come on, man. You a Detroit player, bro. You gotta be smoother than that.
Older guys who I can't see y'all being too much of his target audience.
Yeah, I don't have an opinion about him just because, like,
guys, please refrain from any racist things, you know what I'm saying, or stuff like that in my chat. That way we can keep the channel. Thank you, guys. And moderators, if you see anything that's disrespectful, we going corporate, so we want to tighten up all the way, right? If you can't express yourself without disrespectful slurs, moderators, time them out for the whole day. That's a fact. The whole day.
Anytime I've ever listened, I listened to one thing and he was talking about some astrology shit and shit, and I was like, yeah, this ain't.
I don't know nothing about that. Like I've always everything that I've always seen about him from from that to the times that I've interviewed him, it's always been about like just pretty much trying to keep yourself healthy, going back to the roots of how you eat, how you do this, how you do that, like in a natural sense. I don't know nothing about none of that other stuff. So that's why I'm like,
do you have his oil? Do you have his miracle, his golden drops? He probably gave you a free bottle, didn't he?
I got a lot of stuff. See,
oh, they was fans. What are the golden drops? That's that's true. That sound like some other shit. Hey, baby, I want to show you my golden drops. Yeah, I don't know. And they was over there really supporting that man. Hey, but one thing we got to admit, black women support black men. They do. Black women are going out of their way to support black men. Now, they said they don't rock with Keys no more as they, but I like Keys. I saw him like walking through New York recently or something, man. Like he seemed real legit. He seemed real legit, man. Let's get back to the video.
He gave you a free bottle. He was like, "Girl, take these golden drops." I know he did.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff.
Once he had those, I was like, "All right, Keith."
I take that liquid gold stuff, not from him, but I take it and
because
wait. What is these golden drops?
All this stuff is actually good for your system. Taking silver is good for your body.
What is golden drops?
It's not called that. It's called, what's it called?
It's like
a gold bottle. Isn't it something like that? Like gold liquid?
But is there gold in it?
It's like a liquid version of it.
It's in a gold bottle.
I do eat sea moss. I hate that for real.
It's like it's basic. Oh gosh, I should go. I can't advertise them, but I should go get my bottle. It's just like liquid. It's just liquid. I don't know, but honestly, I'm sorry. I think that when I take it, I feel like my synapses are like firing off better. Like I can think better. I get more ideas. It could be a placebo effect. I'm not sure, but it is kind of. If I take it.
Damn, Anton. So Molly got it. Micca got it. Carrie know about it. it seemed like all the girls on Anton's show, they really tapped in with 19 Keys real heavy. They got all that nigga products. They saying they buying stuff from that nigga that make them think better, bro. That's a whole nother level of shit, bro. Have y'all ever bought some shit outside of, for me, marijuana? I ain't never bought nothing else that made me think better. Right? They on some other shit over there. Like some super other shit. Child, you can't make this shit up. All right, let me put this video right here. Let's keep going.
It's recommended, huh?
What's in it? Like, what is it?
It's just like they just kind of like lab make this liquid gold. It's supposed to be edible. I'm not a doctor. Do not take my advice. I experiment on myself.
No, certain metals, certain metals, and certain.
But it's just, yeah, it's like the periodic table gold.
Work for you.
But yeah, and it's supposed to help, you know, like your brain being able to process information faster. I take liquid copper as well from time to time.
People, you know what?
People talk about it's not good. It's not good. Let me tell you, half of the stuff that y'all take is chemically based.
I don't do it every day.
Y'all know a lot of stuff that people take is chemically based. And on top of that, half of y'all you're never fasting, so you got pounds and pounds and pounds of toxic in your body.
Yeah.
Okay, like. There's a lot of stuff that people are. You talk about brainwash to do.
That's not the one I take.
Yeah, that's why I started laughing.
Because, like, I'm not mad at. I'm not hating on taking stuff. I'm not.
Oh, we know, nigga.
It's
just he lost credibility with me. Let me say that.
I can understand. Credibility with me. I can understand. I just gotta look it up, like on the other side, because I'm only familiar, with him on the health stuff.
But he's in shape. Like he'll take a couple drops and he'll drop and do like 500 push-ups. He's
definitely in shape.
Yeah.
But again, I only know the health stuff. I don't know the whatever that other stuff is or financial stuff because I don't deal in that stuff. So.
Well, true transparency. If I never got down with the whole BWO thing, I probably would still be okay with being like one of his subscribers of his channel. Derek Grace is another one. Like I used to Derek Grace.
Who was
I'm
that?
telling y'all, I was in this heavy black world.
Derek Grace.
Derek Grace is one.
I never heard of Derek Grace either. Never in my life. I never heard of Derek Grace once in my life. I don't know who the fuck that is. Anyway, if you guys are enjoying this content, right, this is before all the storms start. I know we're 30 minutes in. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video out to a close friend or family, and help us get to the 500 subscribers. When we get there, we're going to get monetized. We're going to do members only. It's going to be lit. Let's get it popping, guys. And as you guys can see, I got like 14 premieres that's going to be starting. So watch those. I have so much content that I have 400 gigabytes of content I'm editing. I'm going to be putting it out all today. And thank you all for supporting me. I love you guys. Let's go.
With the tattoos all over his face and
with the dreads.
Yeah, he taught his daughter how to like
take the
and put the thumbs back together with blindfold.
Yeah, he had like a game or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know who you.
Somebody say I was militant.
I was ready. I was so ready.
I don't know. Women in the late teens, early 2000s.
I do methane blue. Methane blue is good for your mitochondria. And see,
you could have sold women anything in the late teens, early 2000s. Boy,
we like to shop.
My husband was getting tired of me.
If you do a lot of stuff,
I signed up for so much stuff.
But a lot of people do. They out here, they trying all these. I got to pick a diet and all this stuff. When you can actually just do it yourself.
I got everybody's program. I got Wall Street Trappers program. I got the T the Hawks program. I got
or any of these programs.
So she was one of them people that was out here buying courses. What's her name? Carrie. She was one of the ones out here buying courses. She got Wall Street Trapper. That's how she done, I'm saying, tricking on Anton too. She probably definitely a bag chaser. Undoubtedly. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you gotta admire that about Anton. A lot of these niggas don't got no hustle. The thing about it is, he type of nigga that'll sell, you know what I'm saying, sell raid to a bug. This nigga's a hustler. But y'all so lazy, like, I ain't gonna lie. I don't agree with a lot of bros say, but that victim mentality shit, y'all gotta let that shit go. Right? Talking about my mom Charlie Kirk and shit. Y'all look bitter. And y'all sound broke. That's a fact, bro. But let's keep going, man. Shout out to the on the bag chasers. And to me, between Micca and that girl, what's her name? Kimmy? Man, I don't know. They both bad. They both a solid 10. But Kimmy is dark skinned, so yeah, fuck it. Kimmy the baddest motherfucker on the show, Anton. You gotta keep her. You gotta keep her.
It's not if you had a program, for had your program. I had so many people.
But you know what?
So many
This
people.
is why Carrie still rock with me, because I never sold her nothing.
No, I'm about to ask ChatGPT what I can come up with.
I never sold Carrie nothing.
I didn't lose any money with you. I didn't lose any money with you. In fact, I made.
You made money with me.
No, that's what I said. In fact, I made money with you. So that's it.
Never scam Carrie, y'all.
Hey man, you gotta respect the nigga that do good business. No matter if you like that, because I don't like that nigga either, but you gotta respect good business. Fucking Mexicans going crazy next door. All right, let's go.
That's why she's still rocking.
Oh my god.
It's better than all these chicks up here talking about they can't lose weight and never mind.
Just because they get BBLs. They moving their fat around.
No, that's because they up there eating all that processed food.
I think that Carrie she was just bored. Carrie,
No, I'm just always like, I don't know.
Carrie might have just been bored.
At one point in time, it was the shiny object, syndrome. Like you're focused on your own thing, then you look up and it's like, wait, hold up, that might be better. Let me go over here. Wait, that does make sense. Let me go over there. And then eventually, I had to kind of chill out with it. So I've gotten better. I've gotten much better now. And this is pre-Jesus for me. So I was also trying to like find and figure out stuff. I was in that spiritual, like that's why I was cool with 19 Keys. I'm like, I'm with it. Like let's talk stars. And I still love the stars. But Carrie, did your husband get caught up in that too? So he kind of came along for the BWO ride for like a little bit. But
yeah, you had to make up for that shit. You had to probably make up for that shit. Oh my God.
That one stung because we lost a little bit, not too much.
No, I don't take chlorophyll pills. I actually just take the plain chlorophyll. That's why I don't need all that spray deodorant because you naturally deodorize your body.
I'll take the chlorophyll drop.
Take chlorophyll plain.
I better listen up, man, because if you that fine and motherfucking Micca and what's baby girl name? Micca and Gemini, they both bad as hell. So make sure y'all listen it in. All right, my wife, she gonna be doing a show like that where she talk about feminine hygiene and all that shit and all the stuff that the women do to keep themselves, all smooth and ready to get fucked on. Yeah, let's get directly into it.
That's a natural thing they do in Latin America anyway, and they put it in the water. So
no, I'm not wearing a tarot card. It just says the sun. No, it says the tarot card.
I don't know why you're doing that, Anton. I am living proof. If you do what you're supposed to do, you can live to 235.
Who even wants to do that though?
To live to 200.
I mean, that motherfucker is bad, right? I think at the end of the day, when you have a proper skincare, like even with me, every single day, I use beard oil, I use hair oil. We got that T.H. Hanley shit, because they've been pushing that shit to us for years. So I just got a little subscription, get that shit sent in. Look, if you don't carry yourself a certain type of way, you always gonna be judged on how you looked. Sometimes before people even get to know you, because you look dusty, you probably is a dusty. That's just what it is, man. Sorry, we're taking so long to get to the argument. I should have got the timestamp. I'm going to be a better content creator in the future. Let's go.
Me and Quentin, because Quentin the vampire.
Quinn, do you have anybody
that sun and a sunflower is not now there can be a tarot card that looks like that, but the shirt literally says the sun and it's a sun and sunflowers. Like, get out of here.
Carrie,
don't get out of here. You don't have to get out of here, Leaked. You don't.
Kimmy, Slimmy, and Q. Is there anybody that y'all think of that y'all was like that y'all was like, I don't know why I followed them, or they fell off of me, or anything like that.
Yeah, Anton, I don't know. He used to be toxic, and I loved it. And then he fucking switched up and started being nice to motherfuckers. And I don't really walk with that shit.
People love me non-toxic.
Mm-mm.
I was pretty toxic on my show this morning, though.
2021 Anton was the GOAT.
I wasn't toxic. I was giving a reality check to a young dude. So
You weren't toxic, but you were you weren't toxic. You were just very aggressive.
Oh my God, Jesus. He was toxic as fuck. Right? Don't worry about it. Like, I actually have a video I'm going to be working on. It's just taking so long. It's going to be called like Anton Savage Moments. I don't want to call it toxic moment, but he was toxic. Right? Flirting with Q, drunk. Saying that you got to throw the women out with the bathwater. That's some toxic shit. Promoting men having more than one woman, saying he have a flock of hoes. That don't sound toxic to you? Okay. Okay, cool. Let's keep going.
And
he said he was in a gang, Carrie.
no, I mean I get it. That's why I was like, I guess this is tough love. So I'm not gonna say what a guy needs to hear from a guy, but it was definitely a lot of cursing.
Sometimes you got to go that way.
So listen. Hey, I said I hope that he got the message.
Slimmy, Kimmy.
I think if I had to pick a person, well, it wouldn't be a person. It would be like a group of people. It would be more like preachers. Like I just got to a place where I don't trust them as much as I used to. Like I don't blindly go with what they say. There's been a lot that I've seen and heard that has turned me off over the years.
I wonder what that's about. Because in my experience with preachers, they are scammers. They lie. Like, there's only one pastor I genuinely trust in all of Detroit, and his name is Pastor Heyman Cross in Brightmoor. He's the only one I trust. Outside of that, Jason Wilson, who also lives in Detroit. Well, I'm not sure if he actually lives in Detroit, but I know he's in Michigan somewhere. But I met him in Detroit years ago in my adolescence, and he's also somebody who I know I can trust as a Black Christian husband, right? At the end of the day, there's not that many. There's so many that be on bullshit. You just can't trust them. Even when you want to trust them, you can't trust them. Even when you want to trust them, you literally can't trust them. They just as scandalous as so many others. It literally makes no fucking sense. But nevertheless, if you grew up in Detroit, you know about Detroit pastors and how they get down. It's fucking awful.
Well, maybe that's your fault that you ever blindly listen to anybody.
Quentin is on his period today, y'all. So
What you mean?
I hope he has the cramps to go with it.
It's that don't make I blindly listen to people I don't know. It's crazy.
I don't blindly listen to
You
people.
just said that.
Okay, that's what we're doing. I got it. Bet.
Slimmy, anybody you can think of in mind?
Yeah, I wish I never believed in Martin Luther King having a dream. I wish I
Fuck.
You wanna argue? I can't argue with you. You mad? I can't argue with you. No. Look at you. Look at you. You mad? Look at you. You big mad. I'm happy. Leave me alone. I'm happy. Sway. Leave me alone.
Why would you regret listening to Dr. Reverend Martin Luther King? Let's hear the bullshit, y'all.
never believed in none of that shit because ultimately, it ultimately was a farce. It was a facade. It wasn't even. It's not feasible. It's not an ideology that is realistic. There is no equality when you're dealing with tyrants and monsters. So ultimately, you're begging your oppressor, because at that time there were oppressors still at that time, regardless of what anybody feels. You're trying to beg your oppressor to
Damn.
do things for you that
Damn.
they just never were going to do.
Damn.
And it's part of the reason white people are in the state they're in now. And then another entity that I'm kind of glad I'm in the space in now to see for its true colors is POTUS. Like that in itself, to me, it's not what we thought it was. What you think the president of the United States is.
Damn.
You find out
this nigga just diss Donald Trump and MLK all at once.
Shut up, silly woman.
I mean, you cannot make this shit up. Let's let them cook.
When you start reading that all of them are, they pretty much all gave an oath, and I'll just leave it there.
That's what's up. Shout out to Daquan Brandon. How you know I was on Woodward Sports today? Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. I am thinking about buying them. So anyway.
Hey, I'm putting money on Dallas coming out the West, and I'm putting money on Boston coming out the East. You heard it here first. Dallas coming out the West. They looking real tough. And I'm putting money on Boston coming out the East. It is what it is. That's just where it's at, bro. If you do anything else, you stupid. Fear says, there is some shit in the game with MLK, I believe, but I don't know to what extent he was in control, so I give grace. I think that Reverend Dr. King had great intentions, and he did the best he could for his time. And I wish that I can be anything close to the man that he was, as far as influencing his time to be better people. We don't have nobody right now that's trying to get everybody to be better people. But that's just my opinion. We can keep going.
Any other thoughts? Anybody else that comes to mind before I read super chats and get a deep dive into the show?
I don't think the I had a dream speech was meant to be feasible. I think it was meant to inspire.
That's fair.
What happened?
He said he doesn't think the I have a dream speech was meant to be feasible. It was meant to inspire.
I will admit I have more learning to do about Martin Luther King, apparently, because it just seems like a lot of people have changed their perspective on who and what he represents. And some of it has been from people who I would have thought would be behind him. So I don't know.
I'm not. Because I think that most people change based off of what's the popular narrative at the time. Let
me put the overlay up. So I just don't understand what's the constant attack when it comes to our historical figures. It reminds me of like the NBA and ESPN and how they're rewriting Kobe Bryant to be anything less than second to Michael Jordan, right? I mean, it's absolutely absurd. Dr. Reverend Martin Luther King was one of the greatest men to ever walk on the planet. Dr. Reverend Martin Luther King is arguably the most famous black man to ever exist. Everybody know about him. There has never been another black man or any race of man to have 1 million people protest of all different colors, races, and ages. All different genders. I think that because people drive Porsches and because people have Versace, they really feel like they're doing more than what MLK was doing, than what Malcolm X was doing, than what Marcus Garvey was doing. They think that because they have a Benz or they have a Rolex, they're doing more than the Black Panthers. And I think that's part of the reason why we are where we are today. We're delusional. Let's keep going.
I see people quoting Charlie Kirk and everybody is using the same quote, but I have a hard time believing that any of the people that's quoting Charlie Kirk ever watched Charlie Kirk and seen him say the thing that they quote.
Here we go with the Charlie Kirk conversation. Let's get it started.
What are they quoting?
Something about empathy.
Oh, yeah, see, and I like Charlie Kirk, and I don't even know what that is.
I never heard it before in my life until all of these liberals start fake quoting.
Yeah.
Right.
So
that's why it's hard for me to like. I'm just, like Martin Luther King is kind of like.
Do we have the video, the Charlie? So I don't have the Charlie Kirk empathy clip. Let me see if I can find it. What Charlie Kirk thought about empathy. No, see, I don't want to hear a 13-second clip. I need to hear something more, right? 'Cause that's all people have is that 13-second clip. I'm good. I'm with Anton. I need to see the entire context. But what it sounded like he was trying to say was we shouldn't empathize with people. That's what it sounded like. But because I've only seen the clip and not the entire live stream, I don't have the information to judge Mr. Kirk on that. I mean, I don't support any of his rhetoric. I don't support him, but I'm not going to slander his name or or lose credit on who I am because I'm just making a judgment before I actually know what the fuck he was saying fully in the video. Sorry, guys. That's what happened when you smoke too much. Let's keep going.
He's been in, but now I do feel more inclined to deep dive because like what's the issue? What happened? And now because I no longer just trust all of what I was told and taught when I was younger, it's like you got to question everything. You got to question the sources that you were once taught from, the sources that you go get information from now. Like everything is a question mark. So it's on the list.
Somebody said, how's it a fake quote if he said it? Because y'all can't cite it. And so you don't know it because you're hearing it from somebody else and you didn't actually hear him say it. And you really don't even understand the full context as to why he said it in the first place. Like I'll give you an example. One of the reasons why I'm not too hard on Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, or anybody historically is because you have to be there to truly understand why they said it. Nobody really understands the level of racism or issues or problems that they were living through at that time because you'd have to be outside. It's similar to me trying to explain to people what it was like to actually be an adult in 2008 in Detroit and then trying to convey it to people and tell them how bad the economy was while at the same time experiencing what happened in the 90s and understanding that they sold off America in 2008 was one of the culminations of what happened after the Clinton administration and the first Bush administration had kind of sold off America.
I don't know, Time Dog. I disagree here. Like, a lot of the times, you guys use clips out of context all the time. A lot of times, in my opinion, you guys use clips out of context all the time. Now, can we say that some people may be using clips to demonize Charlie Kirk in the wake of his death? Absolutely. I mean, that'd be completely accurate. Can we say that they may be even misrepresenting his points in order to misrepresent who he actually was? Yeah. I'll take that argument. But to say that they can't use the clip, I mean, yeah, they can, they shouldn't. They should use the full video. But that will require you not using clips any longer and using the full video every time you want to make a point, which you're not going to do, right? So, I don't know. It's like the pot calling the kettle black. Let's go.
And then 2008 was the climatic part of it. When I seen people trying to compare what was happening during the Biden administration and saying, man, this is like 2008. That's what my parents were saying. You could look at it historically. You can look at the numbers. You can go back to say whatever it is, whatever, but you'd have to be there. People were like, to see on the news that people were killing themselves was wild. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's not the same. So I take what Martin Luther King says. I take what Malcolm X says, and I look at it from a glass half full mentality because I will never truly understand or know what it was like to exist at a time where they said what they said. You know what I'm saying? They were speaking based off of their current circumstances, not what they thought the future was going to turn out to be. So for us to take it, in my opinion, in 2025 and then make more of it than what it was that they were going through at the time that they said it, I think it kind of do a disservice to what they said.
Nah, because there's been so many times, Anton, where you have quoted Martin Luther King when he said to judge somebody by their character and not their skin color, right? So you have to understand that people are going to quote Charlie Kirk and they're going to interpret what he meant and what he said. That's just what it is. Do I like that people are making fun of him? No, I actually fucking hate it. I actually fucking hate it. I hate that they making fun of this man and his death. But as you know, man, we can't control every fucking body. Some people are absolutely fucking disgusting. That's just what it's going to be. But anyway, let's keep going.
No, I don't.
What do you
No,
mean?
it don't, because when
What do you
you find out about Dr. King, you find out that he was told to say these things. He was put there to say these things. So that's the problem.
It doesn't change the impact of what they were going through just because they were they were able to plan more effectively. So like a lot of people will say, you know, like they'll go off on Rosa Parks, and then they'll go off, they'll use the darker skinned woman that actually was the one that stood up and you know, the back of the bus type shit, right? And that's valid, but does it take away from the fact that people were being discriminated against at the time? Or does it more or less speak to the fact that they were able to effectively plan to get things pushed through that they wanted done?
I think it did. I think that whole Rosa Parks thing did a disservice, actually, because there were a lot of Black owned buses that they could have rode, right? And so I think that whole Rosa Parks thing actually did a disservice, because then you had Black people saying, okay, we're going to boycott these bus services, when they could have easily took their money over to all of those Black Montgomery bus services at the time, which there were a lot of them.
Micca, you got to take it into consideration.
And Black people could have did generational wealth.
You speaking on it from the perspective of a person that is free to say and do the things that you want to do at this.
No, because there are scholars from that time. Dr. Claude Anderson talks about it, and other scholars talk about it from that time.
I don't give a fuck about what Dr. Claude Anderson talks about. I'm talking about the people that were actually going through it at that time. It was different. Like,
oh shit, here we go. She brought up a point. Shit, it's starting to get spicy. Now I gotta take a 30-minute, not 30-minute. I gotta take a little quick little break, guys. Let me play the video. I'm gonna go back a little bit, and then we're gonna keep going. Let's get it.
We're able to effectively plan to get things pushed through that they wanted done.
I think it did. I think that whole Rosa Parks thing did a disservice, actually, because there were a lot of Black owned buses that they could have rode, right? And so I think that whole Rosa Parks thing actually did a disservice, because then you had Black people saying, okay, we're going to boycott these bus services, when they could have easily took their money over to all of those Black Montgomery bus services at the time, which there were a lot of them.
Micca, you got to take it into consideration.
And Black people could have did generational wealth.
You speaking on it from the perspective of a person that is free to say and do the things that you want to do at this.
No, because there are scholars from that time. Dr. Claude Anderson talks about it, and other scholars talk about it from that time.
I don't give a fuck about what Dr. Claude Anderson talks about. I'm talking about the people that were actually going through it at that time. It was different. Like when you think about the 67 riots, and you think about the water hoses and the dogs being sicked on people, that's a different time to live in, versus like they didn't have the freedoms that we have to say and do the things that we do today. And so they didn't, you know what I'm saying? They had to exist and get in where they could fit in. I don't think that a scholar can speak about what was really happening because they weren't really living it. They wasn't there.
So if a scholar, I said Dr. Claude Anderson and other scholars, I can go get my books over there because I read all the time.
Different to
so
live.
What I'm saying is there were people that were there that wrote about it.
There were a lot of Black owned buses. This is the first thing that came out of your mouth.
Yeah, there were a lot. Yeah, that's what I just said. Yeah, right.
I criticize Black people today because I think that they live in a world that was created for them by people that was sacrificed, and they're not taking advantage of it, and they're not doing the thing that they're supposed to do. I could never criticize Martin Luther King because the dude spent half of his time being arrested and jailed and imprisoned, and he wasn't rich. He didn't make no money from it. He wasn't successful. So even if he was giving certain speeches, or even if he was assisting in some of the things that he did, I could never open up my mouth to say anything negative about him because his sacrifice led to my ability to say and do the things that I want to do today. He spent half of his time in a jail cell. That's not made up. That's not made up. Listen. I think it's easy to criticize things, but I have a hard time believing that we would, any of us, myself included, would be able to go through the things that they endured through in order to create the freedoms. He died. Let
me pause real quick. Nate says, name a Black city bus in Montgomery in 1964. I'm not really sure. Sorry, my wife was FaceTiming me, guys. No, I'm not really sure about any black owned city buses, like actually ones that have city contracts. I think black people were just taking matters into their own hands, back in those days. I think there were buses, but I can't name one off the top of my head, to be perfectly honest. All right. I don't want to miss this. So I actually got to FaceTime my wife real quick. I got to show her the VIN number on the truck. I'll be right back, guys. All right. Let me, I'll just be right back. Give me 20 seconds. All right, guys. So we got sad news for Simp Nation. Very, very, very sad news. And I actually need to take a little minute to go actually move the body. So my wife dog Goku just passed away. Yeah. They're very, 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 very sad. I don't want to end the stream, but I am going to ask if Nay or somebody can come up just to hold the conversation for 5 minutes. That's all I need. You or Fear, anybody, and then we'll get back into the content. I have no problem with continuing the show, but they're on their way home. They're about 10 minutes away, and I don't want them to see him like this. Yeah, Goku passed away, man. Not my nigga Goku, man. That shit got me sad as fuck, bro. That shit got me sad as fuck, bro. This for my nigga Goku, man.
To say goodbye to yesterday. To say goodbye to yesterday.
Man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to roll a blunt, dog. You know what I'm saying? That shit got me sad as fuck, bro. Okay. For those who don't know, I buried my father last year. My brother just passed away. Now I feel like, I just lost another fucking member of my family. But I am a professional, so shit happens. We gotta keep moving. But rest in peace to Goku, man. It's gonna be hard when my wife get home, man. You know, I don't like seeing my family upset and shit. All right. Yeah, fair. Yeah, that was last week. But let's stay on topic. All right, so because I do want to finish out this topic. This is valuable content. Let's get back to the video.
Got assassinated. Like at the end of the day, no matter,
programming.
It doesn't matter. He died. Myself, and easy to criticize things, but I have a hard time believing that we would, any of us, myself included, would be able to go through the things that they endured through in order to create the freedoms. He died. He got assassinated. Like at the end of the day, no matter,
programming.
It doesn't matter. He died doing the thing that was necessary and what he believed in order to give freedoms to people that today will criticize him, dog him, and don't even have no regard for him, and will try to tear down some of the things that he did that benefits us today. That's crazy to me.
No. See, the problem with it is that, for one, the dude, he had civil rights training. Okay, so he had civil rights training. He went on a mission to do this. He knew what he signed up for. Once he felt, I'm about to explain it. Once he felt convicted about what he did, he tried to change up. Once he tried to change up, that's when he got eliminated.
Oh, you talking about when he going to get his check? When he was going to get his check?
I don't care.
So look, guys, man, let me yeah, never mind. Look, I gotta be here for my wife right now. It's not good. Yeah, I'm in the stream. I finish this later on this evening. I'll see y'all later.